teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another team from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Volunteers will boot it away to start the game. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quickly to the tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The give out of the gun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Longhorns line it up with a first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this.
Touchdown, Texas! Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, third and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Tennessee's offense has the ball for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
The one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Looking downfield, it's Rousseau. Using the quick game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Vols are flying down the field. Trying play action. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Quarterback empties his backfield. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gets it out fast. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Flips it out to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. 2nd down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. And the offense about to dial up its 10th play of this drive. Quick out. Turning. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Give to the running back. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Combs. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Fights off a defender.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up, and the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. To the air, it's Rousseau. Snagged out of the air. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Volunteers send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Got a man, it's Combs. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
A 1st and 10 for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He unleashes a long one.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Complete downfield. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Running behind that left side. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Longhorns will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their
turning it on! And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Wants to throw it. He's got his man across the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Scanning the field. It's for So. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll trim the deficit to 15. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there at Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Buffalo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know that.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Finds his tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Offense in a bunch formation. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Got it in the middle. It's Combs. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. The AT unit on the field. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Rousseau. He makes the grab. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense block.
Pass rush. after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Combs.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Firing to the right, complete. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. They go back to work in the final period of this one. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Pitts. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. And the Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Now on the option. Now the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Rousseau. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. A little less room to work with now. The ball is at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Just keep slinging it. Wide open downfield. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. The Volunteers headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Tennessee! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Fires to the tight end. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Hold on.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab down the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The handoff keeps working on that clock. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. Yeah, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll slide after picking up the first down.
How about that? 4th down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. He takes the knee, and the undefeated season continues. A strong, methodical